Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a bit of a silly goofy mood today, so we're just gonna see what comes through. So if you clicked on this video, then it should have a title along the lines of "This message was meant to find you," and if it found you, it was meant to, so you can trust that. I'm just letting whatever comes through today come through. I've decided on using 3 decks, 2 of which are new, for sure for the reading today, and then may grab more, may not, just kind of see what happens, what calls to me. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that, okay? And you guys, lucky you're gonna get to watch me shuffle clumsily on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and move over these 2 decks here. And we're just gonna go ahead and shuffle. I have no idea what's gonna be coming in today. And I just realized too, like I didn't even fully introduce myself in my introduction. So hi, my name is Clarissa. If you're new here, welcome. I put out new tarot readings every week. And this week, just doing something a little bit different. Just feeling like I need to mix it up. Don't know if it's the fact that today is the Aries new moon when I'm filming this or what it is, but there's just something about today that just made me want to do this. So this is what we're going to do, and this will be the reading for this week. And you know, if you find it, like I said, you were meant to, so don't question that. Let's see here. Okay. So far you guys have the 7 of Cups, the King of Swords, the 8 of Cups. Let's see what else comes up here. I'd like a couple more cards, you know, not like the whole deck. Maybe like 2 more. We may get some clarifiers in here as well. Let's see. Okay. Lots of cup energy here. Okay. Interesting. And then the 9 of Wands. Okay. Cool. I'm hoping this is focusing okay. The last time I used one of my little skull buddies here, it like didn't focus on everything else too well. So I'm hoping with my hands being here that you guys are able to see okay. Let me look actually. Yeah, we'll take it out of the shot. I love my little skull, so that makes me really sad. My camera just wants to focus on it because it's a face. But whatever, we'll still have it off here to the side so I can see it at least. And then let's just go ahead and get one from the bottom of the deck for you too. So we have the Star. Okay. All right, you guys, this is interesting. So, a lot of water energy here. I mean, with all of the Cups, like the people that could be watching this could be my lovely water sign friends, fellow Scorpios, Pisces, Cancer. If you're out there, unite y'all. But yeah, you could be a water sign or have like heavy water placement. It doesn't have to be about that though at all. I'm seeing a lot of emotion here though. Especially here with the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. It's interesting because it's like the King of Swords is almost acting as this like line of division between these 2 cards. And so it's like, for whatever reason, there are decisions for some of you guys to make. And you know, I won't even say some because again, if you're watching this, this was meant to find you. So there's been a lot of different decisions and possibilities and different things for you to explore. And I feel like there may have been like a person or even yourself or like a career or something that was holding you back. And I just feel like you guys are able to see things a little bit more clearly now than maybe you were previously. And you're gonna start walking away from these things that like no longer serve you, no longer bring you any emotional fulfillment. And for some reason, I am really hearing that it is about career for some of you, but that's not the case for all of you. This could even be like maybe there are a bunch of different opportunities out there for you that you haven't acted on because maybe you've been in a long-term relationship that also hasn't been serving you. And it's like something happens where it's like you finally cut past the bullshit and you're like, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore. I've tried to hold on, tried to make things work, tried to like seek out new ways of thinking or like new opportunities or new like techniques, I guess, even to make this work, and it's just not working. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I think that you have a lot of different things that you could be doing, whether it come to become or whether it is related to a career or you know, whether it's related to that or to like, I don't know, moving or, you know, meeting new potential partners or whatever. There's something that's been holding you back though, I feel like. Let me just take a drink of water here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I really do feel like there's just something that has been holding you back. And it's like finally something just kind of clicks for you. Like, okay, like I'm not saying that this is what is happening in your life. I truthfully hope it's not, but I just got like the dramatic pictures of a like rom-com, for instance, where maybe like the girl and like the guy have been drifting apart. They've been in a relationship for some time and she just, you know, doesn't want to end it because he's such a good guy, or she doesn't want to end it because they've been together for so long, and then she like walks in on him sleeping with somebody else or something, right? And like that's that moment, that final nope, done, like cutting ties, moving on, and just like moving towards things that will actually bring you like a sense of joy, a sense of emotional fulfillment, like we were talking about earlier. I just think that that is kind of like the course that we're going to be going on. With the Page of Cups, it's almost like you guys are just like re-inspired by life again because you're not letting this previous issue like hold you back anymore. It's like you can see the beauty in life again, and you're like trying, you know, some of these things that you were like, oh, I always kind of wanted to do that. Like for instance, if you like had always wanted to take like an adult like painting course or something, maybe you're finally doing that. And I'm saying painting because like, hello, this is what's kind of depicted here, but like it could be anything. It could be you, like I have a coworker that literally started taking sign language courses, and I think that's so cool because she's like a mom of 3 kids, and it's hard to get back out there and learn new things when we have so much going on, but she just really wanted to do it. And so maybe, you know, that's like with you, maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do for so long, and it just brings you a lot of like creative passion and fulfillment, and just like makes you happy, something that you really, really love doing because it makes you happy. And this doesn't have to be like something you're going to do in the place of a career or any of that bullshit. Sometimes when we're in a career that's not serving us, that we don't love anymore, it's like draining us of our energy and just like making it so hard for us to want to do anything else and explore anything else because so much of our energy is tied up in this negative place that we have to go to 5 days a week, 4 days a week, how many ever days a week you work. And so I feel like by you walking away from whatever the situation was, even if like this new pursuit or hobby or whatever isn't something that's going to be your full-time career, it's going to like reinvigorate you again. It's going to make you feel alive again and just like excited about doing the things that really, I don't even know, the things that just like really spark you and make you feel alive, right? And that's just kind of what I see for you guys there. I feel like this 9 of Wands is actually relating more to like that feeling of being burnt out that we were talking about in the beginning here. Because you guys know, like I don't read the cards necessarily in order. I'm just kind of like looking at them in terms of like what draws me in first. But anyway, I really do feel like the 9 of Wands could be related and more so to like the beginning here of, it's like for those of you that this could be about a relationship, like you've just been holding on to this for so long because you're like, you know, I'm just determined to see it through because we've already been together for like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever. And I'm just determined to hold it through, and I'm just going to hold on. Even though I know that it's not something that I absolutely love anymore, I'm just going to hold on and say, you know, screw it. And then for those of you that this may be kind of like in correlation with the rest of the story here that we are kind of telling, you know, I feel like the Nine of Wands could very much so be like you not allowing other people and their opinions about like what you're doing, what really like excites you and makes you happy. You not allowing like other people's opinions to get in the way of your happiness and like your fulfillment and like your passions coming to fruition, like your desires coming to fruition. It's like you're not gonna let that phase you. Does that make sense? So yeah, or even like, you know, maybe for some of you too, this is you trying out like all of these different possibilities for yourself, like all of these different avenues that you could be going toward. And it's like maybe some of them don't work out, but there's just this one that really like you're just really passionate about, you really love, you really enjoy. And or maybe even it's like two of them, because she's still holding two of the wands here, right? And maybe like those two are the two that you don't fizzle out on, that you don't bore on, that you don't like, that don't start to feel like a chore with you doing them. They're the two that you're just like, I'm going to see these through to the end. Like, this is something that I want to be doing long term. And again, this doesn't have to be something that's going to replace your full-time career or anything like that. This doesn't even, like I said, have to be like career related. But like I said in the beginning, I am feeling like for most of you, for whatever reason, this does have to do with career. And it's like, it's almost like you're holding on to the two things that you're still the most passionate about, the things that you really love, and you're just like, I don't care about these other ones that have fallen to the wayside that have like fizzled out. But like, these are the things that I love. These are the things that I will, you know, continue to do, continue to enjoy. And like, I don't know, I almost get this sense too with the way that this card is depicted, is it's like, you're like, screw it, I'm going to defend this to the death. I don't care what everybody else thinks about what I'm doing. Like, I haven't felt this much joy and happiness and like this much of energy and vigor towards something in years, and I'm going to hold on to it because I'm not going to get to this point again where I'm like burnt out. So yeah, like, I think that's really kind of what we're getting at here, right? Like, I really do think that that is like what the case is for most of you. And then with the Star, there's just going to be this almost balance, I feel like, with the way that this card is portrayed in this deck. Like, it's almost like you're able to come to a better balance with like your career and the thing that you actually like do for money. And this could end up being it, but also like balancing that with like the things that your soul needs to feel fed and fulfilled, balancing that with like all the other aspects of your life, not allowing one aspect to consume another, like really, yeah, just like really balancing out those things in such a beautiful way that like you're able to maintain the sense of like peace and serenity and like this hopefulness, because you're not allowing one thing to like take over your life and you to get burnt out on it, right? So, you know, for instance, if you before were somebody that was very career driven because you really wanted to climb the ladder, now you're like, you know what, my career is fine, but I only am there till 5 o'clock every day and I'm done. And I'm not going to be working extra. And not every day, I mean, but like Monday through Friday, right? You're like, I'm not picking up extra hours. I'm not doing any of that. I'm setting better boundaries with myself and creating better boundaries for myself when it comes to work. So that then the other areas of my life can be just as fulfilled, right? Like my social areas, my routines in terms of like my health and my fitness and yeah, like your creative pursuits as well, because there's in all of us that part of us that wants to be creative and have a creative outlet. And I feel like that's the case for you here. It's like balancing all of those things beautifully so that you don't have to sacrifice one for the other again, right? You don't have to get back to this place where you have to like walk away from everything, where something like terrible has to happen for you to walk away from everything. you just are able to better balance things out so that one thing doesn't consume your life. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the oracle cards that we'll get for you guys and see what other messages Spirit may have, or any clarifiers that Spirit wants to give in terms of the message that they're giving. Again, you get to watch me clumsily fumble through shuffling cards. This is a new deck to me also, so like that doesn't help, but yeah, it is kind of like a thicker deck. Like there's a lot of cards, so you get to watch me fumble through shuffling. But yeah, you guys, I really do feel like there's just so much more opportunity out there for you. So many other things you could be pursuing. And I do think you're limiting yourself. You know, I think you're limiting yourself by really not seeing like the big picture of things. And I think that there's, you know, something that's going to happen. And it doesn't have to be as dramatic as like what I was getting when I was telling you guys earlier about like, you know, so-and-so cheating on you. Like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. It can literally just be like, maybe you bust your tail and you like work really freaking hard at work, and like somebody gets a promotion over you, and maybe you've been there a lot longer than them, and it kind of just like wakes you up to being like, screw this, like I don't need this kind of treatment, right? Let's see what we got here for you. So we've got Thrive, Variety, Tolerance, and we've got Unconditional Love, Blueprint. All right, if like you guys can't tell, these are the cannabis themed oracle cards. They're like beautiful though. The artwork on them is amazing. And I just wanted to use them, you know? Wanted to see what would come about by using them. Okay, I got like a bunch of cards there. I don't want quite that many, but we'll just see if we can get maybe one more for you guys. That was a good one. Ooh. Showing off. Okay. All right. Let's just draw one for you. Freedom. Okay. Yeah, so I really think that with the Unconditional Love, the Blueprint coming out here, I feel like this is really talking about like what I was feeling for you guys here with the Page of Cups, and even the Freedom is like playing into it as well as like into the Eight of Cups here. So like I really do get this sense of just like joy and like rediscovery and like having that creative outlet, being able to be creative again. And yeah, again, I just feel like there's, in your career especially, there's just something that's soaking up so much of your time and energy, and you just don't have time to explore other things that you maybe have always wanted to, or learn other things that you've always wanted to. And by you walking away, by you leaving that current career, it's like you're just gonna have more of that ability to like really enjoy the beauty of life again, and like, I don't know, even be able to like conjure up new crazy ideas, or, you know, just come up with really creative like solutions to problems, or whatever it may be. It's like, I don't know, I just get this feeling that it's like you're gonna feel alive again. You're gonna feel your heartbeat in your chest again. And then with Thrive, Variety coming up here, and then the Freedom, I really do feel like this is saying that you're just gonna, again, feel really alive, feel really connected to life again. And it's just gonna make you feel so much more open and excited. And yeah, like the freedom especially, it's just like you're finally gonna have your moment to shine. Like you're gonna have your moment where you feel just like, I want to say full of life. Like I don't have good words today, guys. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I just feel like it's that overwhelming like excitement and just like colorfulness again, because like if you look at everybody else in the cards, they're like not colorful. She's like bright and colorful and vibrant and happy, and I feel like that's where you guys are headed. And like especially with Thrive Variety here, it's like you're gonna be able to thrive by you getting out of this environment that no longer serves you, by you getting out of this career that no longer serves you. Like you're going to be able to thrive again. So like I think overall, you guys, if you came here like and you've been thinking about leaving your current job, I definitely say leave your current job. Obviously, that's going to look different for everybody, right? Some people will be able to just leave. Maybe they have a nest egg and they can just leave and like explore and do the things that they want to do again. Or, you know, maybe you'll need to save up. Maybe you won't be able to quit right away. Maybe you'll need to, you know, build that nest egg for yourself. Maybe you'll want to just go ahead and try and find another job. Maybe like something you wanted to do for a while, but you didn't have the confidence to do, or you didn't feel like you could do. Go apply and try at least, you know? I'm not saying that if you want to be a nurse, you can apply to nursing jobs and you're going to get them because you don't have a license. But like, you know, with being like logical and reasonable here, like, you know, there are a lot of different things that y'all could do. So don't limit yourself just because you're afraid or you don't think you can do it or you're scared that you'll fail. Like, screw that. Just go for it, because you have so many different things. I really feel like Spirit is saying there's so many different things you guys could be doing that you'd be really good at. Like, there's so many options available to you. Why do you limit yourself to something that doesn't make you happy? Stop doing that. Let's take a look here at some of the other oracle cards and see what else we can get here for you guys. Sorry. I get a drink of water here real quick too. Sorry about that. Thought I heard something outside. Anyway, let's see here. It's like getting toasty in my place, and I'm gonna need to turn on the AC here in a bit. I didn't want to turn it on while I was filming because it's so loud, like so unbelievably loud, and it like annoys me. So didn't want to like get annoyed, be in an annoyed headspace while we're reading here. You know, we want to enjoy it. We want to have a good time. This card just like would not let me shuffle it. Okay, let's see what we can get here. And if nothing, we'll just pull some cards from here. Okay. Ooh, what did that say? Back on task, number 39. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine-tuning. So interesting. I actually think that this might play into the 9 of Wands here, because I was getting like very mixed messaging here with the 9 of Wands. And I feel like this might incorporate it really well here with like what Spirit was trying to say. So I think that that's why Spirit gave it to us, was for a little bit more clarification. But I think that with the 9 of Wands here, you know, again, I think that you're just gonna like feel so alive and open again with life and like exploring new possibilities and opportunities and just like new trajectories that, you know, you may get a little overwhelmed, or you may kind of like veer off course a little bit and start doing stuff just because like, you know, you want to try them and then you're like, oh, well, I should stick to them. But you don't have to stick to everything, okay? You'll know the things that like you really like and you really enjoy just by like doing them like multiple times, you know? And for some of us, it takes a while for us to really like decide if we like something or not, and that there's nothing wrong with that. It took me like a year and a half of playing an instrument to realize that I hated playing that instrument. And I might have been a lot of different things collectively over a year and a half, but like, you know, there was one day where I just woke up and I was like, I don't want to play the viola anymore. This is awful. And then I continued to play for another like 2 years. So don't do that. You know, don't get yourself to that point of burnout again by doing stuff that you thoroughly don't enjoy. Make sure that you stay focused on those things that you do enjoy and just hold on to those, because again, I think that overall, like, we're needing more balance in our lives with not allowing ourselves to get too overwhelmed with work versus our social life, our hobbies, activities, whatever. And so I think that as long as you don't overwhelm yourself and you just continue to do the things that you're really enjoying, like let's say that you take a pottery class and you really love that, and then you also really love like learning to cook for yourself. Maybe you take like a cooking class and you're really enjoying that, and those are the things that you want to continue and you want to continue pursuing and doing it because you enjoy them. But let's say you took a tap class and you're like, well, I just don't think I like it because I'm not that good at it, so let me stick to it for a while. And then let's say you get better and you practice and practice and practice and you get better and you still just hate it, then don't do it anymore. You don't have to hold on to something just because like you put all that effort into it, all the energy into it. You did that because you wanted to see like, oh, do I actually hate this? Or do I hate this because I'm not good at it? Or would I like this more if I was good at it? And I've been good at some stuff before that I hated and I didn't want to do. But I continued to do them because I was good at them. So, if you want to do that, fine. But I just don't think you have to. I think that it's okay to like bring it down to one or two things that like we really thoroughly enjoy doing, okay? And then let's see if we can get another card here while I was rambling my mouth off. Let's see. I'd like for one to just fall out, but it just like never happens when you want it to. Okay. Let's just cut. What do we have? Life is better together. Seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. Okay, cool. So, I think that this is Spirit's way of saying to remember our balance. Remember that it's okay to like enjoy social activities, spending time with other people, even like taking some time out of your day to connect with your friends and family, because I think that's something that really does go to the wayside when we're so career focused. It's like we just kind of neglect the other areas in our life. We neglect the people in our life. And, I'm not saying that makes you a bad person or anything by any means. It happens to all of us, okay? We all have those periods in time where we're just not as present socially. But it is going to be important for you guys to rebuild those connections and realize that you do have people that you can rely on, people that will be there for you. Especially if because with this talking about connecting with family, I get the feeling that maybe some of you, if you do leave the job that you're currently in, maybe you'll need to go back home and live home for a while. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you have family that you can tolerate being around and that supports you. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need to do that for a while to get back on your feet, do that. But make sure that those connections are strong, because it is important for us to have other people that we can be social with and that we can be around and talk to and have deep conversations with. And I think that even for some of you, you may be joining new social circles, especially with you, potentially seeking out new learning opportunities and trying to discover new hobbies or passions. And it's important for us to build connections with people, especially it's important for us to build connections with people that have similar interests as we do. And so it may be really really important for you guys to join some clubs or groups or organizations, or get to know the people in these classes that you're taking, or whatever it is that interests you guys. So anyway, you know what? I think that this is satisfactory for me. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you found this message, again, I really did set the intention that if you're finding this message, you were meant to. So don't doubt that. There's some piece in here that you can take that maybe you were meant to hear at this time. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading there, guys. I really hope this was helpful. I hope that it resonated for you. If it did, please leave me a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put out new pick a card readings once a week. This was a little bit different, not a pick a card, just a general reading, but I put out new tarot readings, I guess I should say, once a week. So anyway, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Love you guys so much, and I really do hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you guys in one of my future readings. Bye.